we run together, they will shoot us from behind. We both die. So, how's about you here? They will kill you. No, don't worry about me. I will help them. I want you to.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome.
How's everybody doing?
I think I'm doing pretty good. How are you guys doing?
I'm so glad I'm off tomorrow because, oh my god, I'm so done with people. I'm so done with people, you guys. You have no idea.
I know the feeling, but I have to work tomorrow. Unfortunately. But at least we get new episodes every Wednesday on my days off, so Wednesdays are like my new favorite days. Hello, everybody. Sorry for starting the stream a little bit late, but it's all good. We're all here now. We can all enjoy. Welcome, everybody. Please go ahead and share the link to the stream to your heart's content on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, however you guys want to go ahead and share it so we can get our commentary on about the latest episode. If the background music's too loud, guys, just let me know. I think it's decent enough.
I think it's good.
Yeah. Just thought we could have some ambiance music, some just chill kind of music, because I mean, I enjoy us talking, but you know, it'd be nice if we had like background sound music. So, but anyway, hello everybody in chat. Welcome to the stream. This is your first time here. Thank you for joining us. And if it's not your first time here, welcome back.
Welcome, everyone.
So I guess we can just go ahead and start. Because you can go back once the stream is over. You'll be able to go back and watch from the beginning at a later time. So we'll just go ahead and begin our introductions here while some other people join into the stream. But hello, hi everybody. It's me, Mia Fran again. Welcome back to my channel and to another Mr. Love Queen's Choice episode review live stream with my two besties here.
Hello.
So introduce yourselves, friends.
Do you want to go first, Danny?
Sure, I can go first. It is I, the worm. And we're back at it again with shenanigans.
Yes. Total shenanigans.
That's all I got. I'm like tweeting at the same time, so I'm like, oh no.
Oh.
Well, that's what we're doing. And like, besides like talking about the episode, like we're goofing off too. So it is shenanigans.
It's definitely shenanigan filled.
It is. Especially if you guys heard our Obey Me podcast episode.
Oh yeah, totally. We actually recorded 3.5 hours for that, and Chantal managed to get it down to an hour and a half long, so we talked about a lot of shit.
We did.
We talked about a lot of crap.
I guess I should introduce myself now. But
yes.
I am Chantal, or Marshmallow Loveover on my YouTube channel.
Yes. So we are your discussers for today, as like always. So we're here to talk about episode number 3 of the Mr. Love anime. And oh boy, I took some good screenshots. I'm pretty sure we all took some good screenshots here for this episode.
Some good Victor screenshots.
Yeah, definitely. I know I took some good Kiro. I took like tons of screenshots of Kiro's parts, obviously. But tell us in chat, did you guys enjoy the episode? Let us know in the chat if you guys enjoyed the episode. Make sure my mic is good. I quite enjoyed it. Danny's having some technical difficulties. She'll be right back.
She will be back before we know it.
Yes, she'll come back. But I quite enjoyed this episode. I had to pause several times because I was going like, "Oh my god, you're gonna do that?"
It twice. That's how good it was. But it's always good, man.
Right? Welcome back.
Okay, I think maybe that worked. Let me see.
Yep, we can hear you.
I can hear clearly now. My sound is
Yay!
back
Yay!
Woo.
All
right. So, I quite enjoyed it. Chantal was just saying she watched it twice. So
I did too. Actually, on the way home, I was watching it, and my husband caught the episode. I fucking love him. Oh my god.
let's see. We got some comments here. Same, like 5 times I paused. Quite interesting. Yes, ended on a cliffhanger. So first off, we got to see MC's like prophetic dreams again. At the beginning of the episode, she's like, "What the hell?"
We did.
Last time I had a dream, it came true. So in this new dream, someone's pointing a gun at her, and she doesn't know who it is. It's a shadowy figure. I mean, we could all tell who it was.
Especially
you're told by the end of the episode, but also like especially Chantal, go ahead.
If you played the game.
Yes, especially if you played the game, you know who that was already.
Which that chapter in the game was the moment where I was like, oh no, I don't know about Gavin.
You were having your doubts?
I did. And this is, again, pre being a Gavin stan. This was before I really, really liked Gavin. And I was just like completely in love with Lucian. I was convinced that I was a full-on Lucian stan, and I clearly am not. I'm a liar. Because now I love Gavin.
Whoa, sorry about that, guys.
Uh-oh.
Okay, am I good? We back?
We're back.
Yeah, we good.
Okay, sorry. I don't know what happened. It was my internet connection. Sorry, chat. Seems like we're all good, though.
Man, I had like watching the episode. So I was telling my husband this on the ride over. Like I was watching the episode again, and I was like, I feel like they're basically. And I told you guys this too. I feel like they're condensing a lot of. They're getting rid of all like the side shit that we usually did in the game.
Yeah.
Like some of the minor, like the really small events, and are like, no, this really doesn't need to be here. Let's give you plot. So I feel like they're kind of just like cutting out those bits and are giving us just straight up plot for these 12 episodes, because a lot of the chapters are melding together, and a lot of events that happened later in the game, in the first half of the game, are starting off very early in the anime, is what I noticed.
Wait, so what did you say earlier, Chantal? Before I cut out, it like stopped while you were talking, and I don't know what you were saying about Gavin.
Oh, just that, you know, it was me being pre-Gavin before I liked him, and I was just completely in love with Lucian at the time. And I thought I was fully convinced I was a Lucian stan, and clearly I am not. I'm a liar. But
well, you know,
I mean, that's the fun in these type of things. You never know who is going to end up being your favorite.
I know it kind of like takes time. It takes time for you to kind of figure out who's your actual best boy.
I was going to shoot you in the heart from behind.
Definitely. But yeah, no, I agree. Like they're really condensing everything. Like they're going rapid fire with everything, because the stuff that's gonna happen in the next episode, that's like chapter 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Doesn't it happen before the break of like
it's chapter 8?
Or is it chapter 8?
Yeah.
Close. It's like close. Okay, I was close. It's closer to like the later, the double digit chapters, basically what I'm saying. Like that's like all of that stuff that's gonna happen in the next episode. I was like, that happens like way later. They're just skipping a bunch. I guess they're skipping all the filler stuff.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
skipping the cutesy stuff.
Because I was convinced that we were gonna get to see Kiro being dressed up as like a bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, during his
It's like
he was filming something and I can't remember.
Which, looking back, because I went through like the YouTube videos of the chapters, because that way I can go like skip around certain parts and remember like that. And yeah, I mean, I totally get why Mappa would completely cut these parts, because it really doesn't have anything to do with the story. It's just a fun little side story with your boy, and for you to decide who do you want. And I guess it's like, it's the game. It's their way to get them for you to be like, hey, look, here's this boy. You can check him out in the dates. See if you want more.
Yeah, because from what I remember, like Kiro being in the bear costume, so yeah, that's just like, it's just kind of showing you more of like his personality. It's kind of like a date, but not really. It's like part of the story, but it's not important to the main part of the story, if that makes sense. It has nothing to do with the Black Swan stuff going on, basically. It's still like MC kind of like getting to know everybody. There's these like filler stuff that they're like cutting out. Which is why we're already at
the
like
slow bit. Yeah, instead of the slow build that we get in the game, it's actually being like, no, she knows these guys. Let's just get into it. Like the people that have played this game already know what's up. For anime only, I feel like this is a good way for them to keep interested, but at the same time, it's kind of like we know what's missing as part of us playing the game, but at the same time, again, for like those just seeing the anime for the first time, having not played the game, I feel like this keeps an interest. So it keeps the flow going for the 12 episodes that we have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now I'm really curious to see how they're gonna wrap this up, because before I was fully convinced we were gonna end the anime at chapter 10, but it's looking like that's not gonna happen.
We just might get the chapter 13 break, guys.
So
they're condensing, right? So so here's what I'm thinking: if they're condensing it and they're taking out what we're saying is like filler, right? What I feel like is gonna end up happening, like straight off the bat, we're gonna see Black Swan. We already know this. Like just having us play the game, we know that's gonna be there. We saw who we saw, and I'm like, if we don't meet him anytime soon, it's gonna be kind of a waste, because that was a good way to bring them in. But again, taking out the filler, kind of condensing the plot and throwing the chapters together. So instead of like having one guy a chapter, this is actually throwing everybody in. Be like, no, this is truly an interwoven story. They all have a place with the MC as far as like her journey goes, and I'm glad they're doing it that way, because again, it gives us the plot straight away. We can get to the thick of it without having to do the filler. So I would not be surprised if honestly we get chapter 13 break on episode 12. Would not surprise me.
Yeah.
Like even at a cliffhanger, yeah. You know what I mean?
Then that would give them more of a reason to do like a season 2 continuation.
With more episodes,
yeah. But this episode, we're getting to the souvenir stuff. So basically, what happened in this episode is we got to see MC finally coming up with like another episode to do, but it's more like a web-based episode, because Victor tells her like, well, the ideas that you have are like not good right now, and if you like want me to invest in your company again, you need to have like better ideas. So if you can do this, then okay, I'll give you back your funding. He said idiot a lot in this episode.
I know. I laughed so hard when I was in the break room. People were looking at me. I was laughing. So it's this Victor with a straight face and like stern voice, constantly calling her an idiot the entire time. I lived for it, but it was so fucking funny just to hear him just be like, Yeah, no. If idiots are gonna do this, and I'm like, dude.
I'm just saying baka over again.
That was great.
I was trying watching it. I had to like pause and be like, how would they do this in English? She's just gonna say dummy over and over again.
Call her an idiot. I mean, he does call her an idiot.
He does call her an idiot too.
Oh, I really wanted to dub this in English.
But dummy has the same amount of syllables as baka, so I would think that they would use the word dummy instead.
Mm.
I'm thinking from a translating point of view. But yeah, I was trying to imagine that. I was like, God damn it, we need this in English because that would have been hilarious. Hilarious. Also, I really would just want to hear Ben Diskin say, "It's disgusting," with like food pudding in his mouth.
He does say it though in the game.
He did.
Yeah. That was my favorite part of the episode.
Dude,
straight up, Vic sitting there eating the gross pudding.
That was classic Tsundere, by the way. He's just like, first of all, the MC is taking it to Kiro, and of course, you know, he like kind of just switched. I want to know when he had the time to switch out that.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How did he switch it? When did he do that?
I mean, we don't really like. It doesn't really tell us in the game too. We know he switched it. We just don't know how.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, after that, he's kind of just like, we see the pudding that she made. He's just like there, and then he just eats it. He's like, "This is disgusting," and he still kept eating it.
He kept eating it.
And I was like, if you don't like it, you can just toss it.
I know. I was like, why are you still eating it? She said it was gross. Just throw it away. But I was like, because I told Chantal on Twitter, I was just like, but MC made it, so he's gonna eat the whole thing.
That's probably what it was too.
Doesn't want it to go to waste.
Made it, yeah.
He probably had high expectations.
Yeah, he's probably like, see how good it is. I guess I think he wanted to eat it first before Kiro did. And so then he's like, okay, cool, I'll just switch it and I'll get to eat it first. And then he's like, I've made a huge mistake.
That's probably what it was.
That was when he knew he fucked up.
At least Kiro didn't have to taste her.
I know, at least poor Kiro didn't have to fucking eat her pudding.
Because you know Kiro would have been really nice about it.
He would have. But he doesn't have to be. Also, to all the people being like, they're doing Saban wrong, I'm like, guys, Saban is like barely in the main story. He shows up more in the dates. Like, he shows up a lot in Kiro's dates. Like, a lot.
Yeah, he's basically like the supporting character in Kiro's dates. We just don't see him in the main storyline other than the occasional, like, text he sends the MC about Kiro or something like that. Like, you know,
or when he's like telling you that like Kiro can't do something.
Yeah, like Kiro can't do this.
It's part of the main story. But Saban, I mean, that's just what he does in the main story. He's just there. I mean, one of Kiro's dates, you go with Kiro to Saban's like childhood home because it's the Chinese New Year date. And like you like spend time with his parents and Saban's parents and shit. But that's like pretty much it. And you throw snowballs at each other and then you get sick. And that's the date where like Kiro's under the covers with you in the bed. And you like, oh shit. You like lock pinkies together. It's super cute. But then like Saban and his mom are like, what's happening? This is really awkward. They come into the room and they're like, oh, what were you guys doing? And you're both just like, God, kill me now. We weren't doing anything. So what you think? Even though I'm like, God, I wish. Anyway. Yeah, so chill out, guys. Saban's doing his part. But, yeah, but, you know, I mean, at least Kiro got to eat some pudding. Saban was nice enough to let him, like, eat it
I know, he was like, just this once, you're eating it. And I'm just like, bro, this poor kid is, like, on a constant diet. Let him eat the damn pudding in peace. Just let him.
Souvenir looks so pretty.
It does. It looks really nice. I didn't
I don't
think
know.
that's what the front of it would look like.
Thank you. Exactly. That's how I was picturing it.
I guess I didn't know. I didn't think it would. It looks like a house.
Yeah.
It's like one of those restaurants. Because there's here where I live, like in like the downtown like central area, there's a lot of like people like they've converted like houses into like built like offices and restaurants and stuff. So like I'm used to seeing that, but I just didn't think Souvenir would be in a building like that.
Well, maybe that's the point, right? I mean, maybe okay. So
probably
let's just condense what we know about this episode for animes only. Basically, it's just a recap of chapter 3 of the game. The MC is doing what she can to get her show up and going. As far as like, it's a pretty simple episode, but it packed a lot with everything it was trying to condense. But the thing about Souvenir is, and something I just caught on right now, with knowing that Victor is the owner, and again, we don't figure that out until like later, but I think he intended it to be that way. He wanted, I feel like he would have been the type of person to like have those cooking moments with his mom, kind of a deal, and I think maybe that Souvenir is kind of like a recreation where he would cook with his mom. Because I always got the feeling that him and his dad are cool and everything, but I felt like he had a really strong bond with his mom, and I feel like that was another way to keep her close. I don't know.
It's
I just
really
feel
deep.
Like I had a lot to think about. I'm telling you, I literally spent the last few moments of like work trying to like find my inner peace, and I was like, I could think of the episode and all the shit that I saw. Let's do that. Yeah, I took a bunch of screenshots too. Just like looking at the little details.
It's a nice little restaurant, though.
It is. It's very nice.
It's like fancy, but also cozy at the same time.
It's like it's really posh, but it's homey. Like there's a bar and everything, like a nice bar, but then you have like the big windows where the tables are. It's just like really nice. Like it looks like you could eat outside on like the back patio and kind of stuff.
You probably could if Victor wasn't such a dick to everybody, and they probably would get more people. I feel like this is Victor's legitimate excuse to be more of an asshole to people without them knowing it's him.
Yeah.
Well, it's also so he can cook what he wants.
True.
And do a good job. I mean, he's getting Kiro all the time. Kiro loves it.
I wonder if Kiro does know. I mean, in the game, we do know that he knows who the boss is. But in the anime, I didn't feel like he knew.
Maybe it's just not his place to say anything.
He just knows.
Yeah, I feel like
Mr. Mills
might have like kept that to himself because then he doesn't even tell the MC that it's Victor. Like he knew the whole time, but he didn't say anything.
Yeah.
So again, in the game, it's different. With the anime, I feel like he probably felt that it wasn't his place to say anything.
He's there for the food.
He is.
And I loved his outfit. It's so cute. Again, Kiro's always styling, except those polka dot pants. I don't know what the hell that's about, but it's just promotional art.
I like how we got to see Victor, like, just listening through the whole conversation.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Showing us how that yeah, because I always wondered how he was, like, how he knew about the conversation they were having. You know what I mean? Like, I was always wondering, like, if we didn't see him, like, where was he poking out from? So in the anime, it kind of clarified it for us, going, hey, no, this is how he managed to like hear the conversation. I'm glad they added that in because I always wondered how he knew. Because I don't think Mr. Mills would have told him that.
Yeah. Because MC does say in the game, she's like, I can see like someone or hear somebody, but I don't know who it is.
Yeah, but she's not gonna go. She didn't want to go back there either. She was like, nope.
Yeah, I like that they showed like him kind of sitting, listening, like, or not sitting, but you know, back there leaning, like listening, like eavesdropping on their conversation.
Yeah. And we get to hear her backstory, her sad backstory.
Yes. So she can't remember anything before the age of 5.
And she was kidnapped, which is
She was
something
kidnapped.
that was never mentioned in the game.
Yeah, that was never clarified why she. So in the game, I remember specifically that she never really mentions being kidnapped. It was more like she has the very briefest of memories of childhood, like they're very, very scarce, right? In the back of her mind. Whereas in the anime, she just straight up says, I got kidnapped, but I don't have any memories before 5. So she's got a huge gap in memory.
And she even equates it to, well, since I was kidnapped, I kind of have really repressed memories from the shock, so I can't remember due to that. So but I faintly, she faintly remembers the taste of the pudding. She's like, I just remember someone giving me that and it tasting really good and finding comfort in that. And that's what she tells Victor later when she finds out that he's the boss, the chef. And then he's also just like, well, I do this to
because I want to find
because I want to find somebody. And she's kind of like, oh well, I hope you can find that person.
It's like, it's you.
Yeah, it's
Bless
just
her.
it's
She
like,
a little dumb.
Come on, MC. I know, yeah, we've discussed this before. MC a little dumb. She
Will
is
be
a
a
dummy.
quote sometime on
after
Twitter
all.
somewhere.
She is a dummy after all. But it was a good episode. I liked when she goes back, when she finds out she can have the interview, because she's told outright, like, before she even starts eating anything, Mr. Mills is like, yeah, sorry, but you're gonna have to leave because the owner does not want to have an interview. And she's like, oh. And that's when Kiro comes in and he's like, oh, did you just get kicked out? He's like, I've seen so many people get kicked out by the owner because they want an interview first thing.
Without eating, yeah, I thought that was
Yeah.
good.
So then she's kind of like, yeah, you know what, you're right. And then Kiro's just like, please, for me this once, Mr. Mills, can you let her like just stay here and eat with me, please? He's like, all right, fine. Yeah.
You know what I liked about that whole exchange between Mr. Mills and Kiro is that he calls him Grandpa.
Yeah,
that was adorable. I was like,
so cute.
I just call him Grandpa. I love that.
Shows you how much he basically goes there.
Yeah, Kiro goes there so much. He's
I would be surprised if he like
comfortable.
Snuck away.
He's comfortable with saying, calling him Grandpa and stuff. I like, and plus, maybe he's probably not gonna let on that he knows Victor out of respect, I guess. It's not his place, but I'm sure he probably would just call him boss or something. I don't know.
You know what really, now that it's being said out loud, you know what really gets in the back of my mind? I want to know how Kiro knew that it was Victor. How that ended up happening. Because if you go by the track record of the fact that no one except Mr. Mills knew that it was Victor cooking in the back, I want to know how Kiro found out. Or how Kiro was allowed to know that, because that really blows my mind. And again, Victor makes no indication that he knows Kiro outside of any kind of business relations. He meets him, he sees him again in the hall, and he's just like, you know what I mean? During that time when he freezes time and Kiro's just walking, and he's like, oh, he's an evolver, and I'm just like, but if you two met, is it before that happens, or is it just you know what I mean? I just have so many questions.
They might have changed that in the anime. At least that's how I feel like it went down in any way.
Yeah.
Because in the game, he's like, oh, boss loves me. He's great. And that's why I didn't think it was going to be Victor until it's revealed, it's freaking Victor.
Yeah, because it's oh, so is Victor nice to him? He probably is courteous to him.
Yeah,
You know, Kiro's famous too, so it's like, you know, gotta treat your famous clients a little bit
I'm
more
pretty
politely.
sure LFG has invested in Kiro in one project or another. I wouldn't be surprised.
Probably.
So again,
Plus
it just like opens a bunch of questions.
Plus, it's good for the image because Kiro's popular and people like him. So if he enjoys the food, it's like better advertising.
That's true.
Yeah. And I'm surprised that they like right away were like, oh yeah, Victor is the boss of Souvenir. Because we don't really find that out until like
way later.
Way later.
Yeah, you don't figure that out till like what, the end of that chapter?
A little bit more because she tries to figure it out.
Or like the next chapter. Yeah, because she takes a while to figure it out.
And even then they do the interview with Mr. Mills and she's like, where's the boss? And he's like, yeah, he's not gonna be here today. So they changed a little bit things.
Because Victor was like, yeah, no, you're interviewing Mills, not me.
Definitely, it's just like, again, it's for the story, so they had to, but it's a good change. It doesn't like hinder any of the other details of the story, so it's something I don't mind. Plus, it didn't take forever to figure out who the fuck he was.
Right?
Because I feel like when I played the game and I played that part, I'm just like, oh my god, like, can we just figure out who it is? Like, clearly, I can tell it's gonna be Victor. Like, just tell me already.
Yeah, because there's like this CG where he walks out of Souvenir and she's like, oh, are you like, you know, a passerby, someone that comes in here frequently? And I'm just like, oh my god. And she like clearly describes him as smelling like caramel. And I'm just like, girl.
Right, yeah, she always says it about Victor, that he always has like a caramel smell about him, and I'm just like, that's because he be cooking caramel flan, girl. That's why.
Yep.
He's just making some good flan.
I'm telling you, did you see the whole? I literally said this on Tumblr too. It's like episode 3 in a nutshell was us basically saying thank you for the food, Victor. The entire fucking episode. I'm not gonna lie. Because I saw some of the plates that he like made, like he cooked up, and I'm like, dude.
And he cooking up some fancy shit.
I know, he's like fancy as fuck. I was like, alright.
It's probably expensive.
Yeah, it's probably really expensive. I don't want to know what the bill is.
Well, the bill isn't money, technically.
Oh yeah, true.
Remember in the game, Victor makes his clientele do like some weird shit, like depending on how they treat the food, he like does like some weird quote, like weird payment for it, which I think is hilarious because I feel like it's just a very Victor way to handle things.
He makes MC wash the dishes.
Like some other, like some other random shit that he can think of. I'm just like, you're just a jerk, but I kind of get where he's going with it. Like, you have to enjoy and appreciate food. Like, don't be dicks. Like, I get it.
And we got some other interesting hints in the episode because MC is gonna go give her proposal and she's gonna bring the pudding, disgusting pudding that she made to Kiro. And while she's like walking down the hallway, like she bumps into Victor and she's like, oh, what are you doing here? But also he stops time again because the pudding's gonna fall on the ground. And he picks it up for her, and that's when you see that Kiro is also not affected by time stopping. And he's like,
that was hilarious.
Yeah. He's like, oh, he's also an evolver.
Oh, hey. Like just coming out of the corner, not like noticing what's happening.
He doesn't notice the people that are frozen in time, I guess. Which is weird because in the game he was the opposite, where he noticed that time had stopped and he was just kind of like looking around the studio.
And it was in a different place too. Like they were on the set.
Yeah,
they were in the game.
Yeah, they were gonna film something with Kiro, and Victor was visiting, basically saying he's like, I want to make sure he's treated right. Yeah. Drizzy was like, dang. But yeah, he freezes time, And then Kiro's like looking around and he's like, what's going on? And that's when Victor mentions, he's like, oh, he's an evolver.
Because when this happened in the episode, I was like, oh wait, I was like, are they gonna do the thing where Kiro comes in and time is stopped? And then they did it, and I was like, okay, interesting way to do that. Because yeah, like in the game, it's different. There's more people around because they're on the set.
Yeah, but again, I feel like like we were talking about how the anime is condensing a bunch of stuff. So I felt like this was kind of a perfect way to tie in the two of them being together in the same place.
And it wasn't like a bad change. It was just like, oh, okay, that's how they're gonna do it.
Yeah, exactly. Here. It was just those subtle things.
Yes. Highlights. Kira was infected by time stop. Very interesting. Yes.
Which was a theory I had about how evolvers wouldn't be affected by Victor's.
Yeah, because didn't Victor say like, oh well,
they're not affected if they're evolvers.
They're not affected if they're evolvers. So theory proven correct.
I feel like I'm about to fight some of the
although
Chinese MOQC fandom over Lucian though.
Although we still don't know what Kiro's evol is yet in the anime.
Mm-hmm.
That's true because it's not revealed till later. Although
I'm sure the reveal is gonna come sooner than we think.
Yeah.
Maybe even in the next episode, because the next episode is gonna be, well, yeah, but also the next episode is a Kiro heavy episode, y'all.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. So I wouldn't be surprised if they up and be like, this is my evil, which we won't tell anime only because honestly it's
no, we're not gonna spoil it.
We're not spoiling that.
Mm. Yeah.
The crash between MC and Victor was hilarious. It was. Oh, I love your icon, by the way. NN. It's a Kingdom Hearts one. That's cool.
They skipped a lot, though. I didn't realize how much they skipped until everyone's like, this is going so fast. And I'm like, it felt fine to me, but like I said, when I went through like the chapters,
like that, that vine of the guy. Why are we going so fucking fast?
Yeah, that's the meme everybody was using. Because they skip. I didn't really like honestly like. I don't think we really remember the side stuff.
I don't think so either.
Unless it was like your favorite boy, then you'll remember. But like, I don't even. Yeah, I completely forgot that they skipped over chapter 5 completely.
What's chapter 5 again?
When MC's like spying on Lucian to see like what he does during the day.
Yes, and she's trying to figure out like because she's suspecting him right at this point, and she's curious about him because she doesn't really know much. Like he's there, he's helpful, he's nice to her, and he's like, but she doesn't know what he does throughout the day. So she's just like, I'm gonna up and spy on you, and that's what's gonna happen. They skipped that entirely.
Yeah, they just skipped to the end of, well, not even. They just went straight ahead to the end of chapter 6, where you see Gavin. Basically,
the end of chapter 6. Let's talk about that Lucian scene with the MC and the fireworks.
Oh, yes.
It's completely new.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't remember this fireworks scene happening. So they added that, I guess, to make it more dramatic.
Which is a good... Honestly, I think that was another good way to
You need a good fireworks scene.
Well, that too. But, you know, something that was brushed up on briefly in episode 1, and they brought it back, was Lucian's vision. Like how he sees the world. And how the fireworks like look really vibrant, and they're like very beautiful. The MC, we cut to Lucian. Lucian's looking at the sky. He doesn't see.
I noticed that too. Yeah, I was like, they're showing that he still sees everything black and white, even the fireworks. But then because I was like, is he gonna look at her and it's in color? And then he showed her and she was in color. So I was just like, damn, they're really like trying to hammer that in.
That part reminded me so much of like this other anime, which is called like The World in Colors, which is basically how Lucian sees the world. It's just in that anime, the girl all black and white, except for one person. for one thing. So I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting how they're using that here.
I loved that scene though. It's actually very pretty, but again, it just really kind of put that out there. Again, just bringing back that.
Yeah, I didn't think they would bring it back.
Yeah, a seemingly throwaway thing, but it's actually quite important when you think about it. I feel like it's gonna be a topic for a later time, you know?
Yeah, if anything, it adds more to his character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna see some more new scenes like that. That's gonna like enhance an element of each character or their personality or like something about them that's gonna be unique to the anime. So I'm sure we're gonna get stuff like that for the other three soon.
I mean, we did see some new interesting preview pictures for next week's episode.
Oh, and we can look at those. We can look at those. You just need to send me the link and we can.
Yeah, I just don't have the Chinese ones because those are the ones that kind of give off more. Which is basically all the tiny keto stuff.
Did you guys see the picture?
I'm not ready.
With Minor?
Where he looks like a Bishi boy.
Yeah, that one. Dude, I saw Minor and I'm like, if we get him this episode, he better. If they're doing what I think they're gonna do in the episode with Minor, I want that episode. I hope they keep a certain part in with Gavin and the phone call. I want that to be a thing. Like, please.
I hope they keep it in.
I want that to be kept, and I thought that was so sweet.
When I saw him in the, man. I know, I'm excited. That was one of my favorite parts of the main story in the game. Like when I got to that part, the stuff with Kira, I was like, oh shit! I was like so excited, and that was just it cemented my love for Kiro. I hope they like show all the really good parts of that part of the story in the next episode. I'm really excited. We get MC in her little ponytail in her disguise, which isn't a very good disguise, but okay.
Horrible disguise. I can't with that one. Again, MC a little dumb.
I mean, we'll see Kiro in disguise too, but
here you go.
But yeah, so to continue on, got that fireworks scene. It was very nice, and then oh shit, MC's like, my dream's coming true because we see someone's pointing a gun at them. And it's Gavin. It's Gavin senpai.
Speaking of Gavin, I love the part where MC's like, but you're an evolver. There's one in front of me. Ha ha ha. And Gavin's just like, stop.
That's when he was still baby, when he was still young, and he was still so serious.
I know, but just the way that they delivered that whole scene was just so hilarious. I was like, oh, MC, why are you like this?
I get that she was trying to make a joke, but no, it just didn't land right.
No. MC, stop. I like that he's like, I'll give you a ride, and she's just like, no thanks. It's just like the last time she was on it, she's like, yeah, the last time I almost like died, even though I was holding on for dear life. So no, that's okay. I'll just walk. I'll feel safer that way. But I guess we'll find out in the next episode why Gavin's holding a gun at them. And Lucian made a shield.
I would like to bring up because, again, I feel like this is going to be a continuous fight until we're proven. Until it's proven. But the light shield that Lucian makes is not his main evolve. Like, there was someone in the Chinese server that said that one was his like true evolve, and I'm like, no, it's not. Technically, like light was his evolve or something, and I'm like, then that would contradict everything that we saw in the later chapters. Although I do have a theory on that, though.
But we can't
Which we
wait to
save
hear
for-
that.
Yeah, I
Which
was
would
gonna
be
say
saved for a later time because
save for
there's
a later time.
spoilers for game. That's spoiler for like later game stuff and other things, but I'll like keep that to myself.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil the anime onlys just yet for stuff like that.
But for the record, I do not think that's his main evolve. Like we barely even see. Oh no, it was nice for them to bring that in though. I'm glad they
Yeah,
actually
it was
showed
cool.
because like so he does use that. Well, he has used it before. He's used it in the game. I'm glad they gave it a distinctive color. It was it was purple. It was a signature color,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was a really nice touch.
It is a nice touch.
It was really nice. Dude, I have to share with you guys what my husband was saying about Victor. I think you guys are gonna get the biggest kick out of it.
Go for it. I want to hear.
Dude, let me tell you this interesting story as we were getting Whataburger. So we're eating in the parking lot, and I'm telling Michael and my husband, I'm like, hey, look, I'm gonna put the episode on so I can rewatch it. I'm like, is that okay? Like, it's gonna be on the like car speaker. He's like, yeah, it's fine. So we're watching it, and the title card comes on. He sees Victor, and he looks at the screen, and he goes, yes. And I'm like, okay. And then he sees Kiro, he's like, not my type. And I'm just like, wow. And then he goes, he pauses for a second. He goes, wait a minute. Which one was Ben Diskin's character again? I'm like, Victor, the dark-haired one for the first title card. He's like, oh, the one who had top energy? And I'm like, yeah, that one. And we keep going. But this is literally what he said. So I don't think I gave you the full context of our conversation, but so in his words, I swear to God, this is literally what my husband says. He's just a stallion. He just needs to be broken in. I'm like, no, no, man. I mean, that's not how it's gonna work. He's like, hey, you never know. I'm like, good luck. That's not getting topped. You're funny. And we literally had this conversation the last time I brought up Victor, and I'm just like, wow. I'm like, no, you don't understand. It was with a straight face, no less. Like, no, I'm not gonna lie. It's literally what he told me in the car.
That's
hilarious. This is the type of man I have in my life. He doesn't care that I have 2D husbandos. He's just like, fuck it.
He just plays along.
He does. He really does.
God, he really just like making fun of you.
I feel like he is sometimes, but nah, not really. I think I told you this once. I don't know who I told this to. I think it was somebody else, but I was like, my husband was surprised I didn't ask for a Gavin body pillow yet. And I was like, why? I'm like, isn't he like your waifu at this point? I'm like, what? I'm like, but he's a guy. I'm like, but he's like, what did he tell me? He's all, but it still follows the standard waifu protocol. I'm like, wow.
Yes, we have husbandos and waifus.
For that conversation.
Just
that was our conversation. Those
great.
are the conversations we have, you guys. Those are the conversations we have.
Honestly, like I've said before, it's like I come in a package deal. You get me plus all my husbando body pillows. All my husbandos come with me, and if you are not okay with my husbandos, then we cannot date. Waifus as well, because I do have some good waifus. I just need a body pillow for my waifus that aren't lewd. Because I feel like a lot of the female body pillows, it's always just like a porn image, and I'm just like, I just want a cute picture of my best girl.
That's true. I always feel like the girls are like way more smutty looking than the guys.
Or they're just straight up like porn.
Yeah, right. There's like no in between.
So when they make one of Kasumi from Persona 5 Royal, I will buy one of her. She is my definite ultimate waifu.
Mm.
She has become my ultimate waifu. She's too cute.
She is cute.
Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at these screenshots for the next episode. Episode 4. Give me a sec while I pull it up. One sec while I stop our music for a little bit. For a quick sec.
Next week's episode's gonna hurt though.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be pain. Look how cute MC is. So yeah, she gets her little ponytail outfit in this episode. So this is like a kind of a big spoiler, so I won't say anything as to what this means. I'm surprised Kiro is like in none of these fucking images. What the fuck? Oh god, he's gonna shoot me. Gavin, no. Gavin Senpai, why? I think it's hilarious that it says Gavin Senpai in the subtitles. My god. I know in the dub they're not gonna say that. Just go, Gavin.
I wonder if they're gonna cut up the part where we meet up with Gavin and we're eating ramen together and MC's like, did I imagine him like trying to shoot me last night?
Oh right. Okay, yeah, because I forgot that's like filler part.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. I don't think
they will though.
Oh, we got Minor, dude. When I saw him in the thing, that's why I just literally tweeted Minor like on my Twitter. He looks so cute. We stan. We stand a good boy. Minor, if we could date you, I totally would take you out on a date. He's cute.
He's so cute.
Flashback time. Look, it's high school. This looks like my high school. It's like one of those like half outside kind of campuses. This legit looks like my high school. It's kind of weird. But look, they're so cute.
Why is Gavin wearing 2 jackets though? I'm like looking at him like
because maybe this is a thin sweatshirt. Because it looks cool. He's a delinquent. That's just how he dresses. And Myra's just like, hey bro, what's up?
I love how they still kept that, right? Where like Minor was always really annoying to Gavin and he was like always up on his shit.
I know. Gavin looks like he's like, dude, I'm gonna fucking punch you in the face. Please leave me alone.
And probably has threatened to do that. I don't know how many times.
Wow, I can't read that. But this is like the stuff with Key.
Oh, it's probably the news article. I remember when she's like reading stuff about the hacker.
Yeah.
Where it's like
probably
posted everywhere. Y'all remember that?
Yeah. Oh, we got Punk Hills. This is one of the other like experts you can hire in the game. So I assume this is at the hacking thing.
The hacking convention thing, yeah.
Yes. Oh, look! A mysterious blonde man. I wonder who this is.
Whoever could this be among the screens? Oh no. I have no clue.
But also, I love that you can see like everything that's happening.
Yeah. What? You're like, oh
there's
shit.
Somebody on the table.
Yes. You can see MC is right here, most likely. Sitting in this chair as they watch multiple screens. And then we got Lucian. Looking sad.
Dude, if this is
in
leading
the dark.
up to where I think it's gonna lead up to in the episodes, oh man.
I'm excited.
My heart can't take it the second time though. Like in the game, I was like devastated.
Let me see, because I hate that we can't see like the Chinese preview images unless somebody tweets them out. Because they're way different than what we got.
Yeah, they different.
Which is nice, but also I'm like, just show me, man. I know the story. Show me.
Let's see. This person shoot me, Gavin. I mean,
I'd let him.
sure. I was gonna say something really dirty, and I will not say it.
I mean, we're probably all
I
thinking
mean,
the same thing. So
it's my stream. I guess I can say it. I mean, you can shoot me, but I don't want you to shoot me with that weapon. Shoot me with your own weapon, please, in the face.
this is why we're friends. This is why we're friends.
I don't know why that took me a minute to get. I was like, wait.
Remember those Utapri water gun cards? This is basically the joke I was trying to make.
Yes.
All 4 of them can do that if they want to.
It's okay. Your girl is a little slow sometimes.
Minor is looking really cute. He is. He's
Right?
looking
They made
freaking
him
adorable.
look so cute in the anime, and I appreciate that because Gavin's wingman has to be at least as cute as he is.
Miner's a good guy. He's a good
He is.
employee. I'm excited to see how he's going to impress MC to give him a job.
Oh, here we go.
But next episode, yeah, we're going to see some sad times. Man, that just makes me want to reread that part of the game.
I'll probably do that tomorrow when I wake up.
I'll reread it and cry.
To prep ourselves.
I know I gotta like mentally prepare myself because I'm not ready. You know, when you're looking at it through the game, it's different, right? It's not. You're kind of reading it. It's not the same as seeing it like play out in part. Like, you know what I mean? It's different from
Yeah.
it being played out. So I feel like it's gonna hit me a whole lot differently seeing it on the screen and being animated for the first time. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I
I'm just like, especially because it's going to be a Kiro heavy episode. I don't know if I'm going to handle that.
Yeah, but that shit is sad though. Like when you like
It is.
stopping it, like regardless, like whether or not Kiro is my favorite character or not, like that shit is sad.
Yeah.
Like see this young kid go through the shit that he did. I'm just like, oh my god, you were so little when that happened to you. My god, who knows what kind of crap they saw? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I loved that part of the game though. Because you get trapped in a room with Kiro for God knows how long.
I did read some spoilers for the newest chapters in the Chinese server. And yeah, the stuff that these kids, as kids, they experience is not nice. It's not that great. It's very sad.
That's fucked up.
Again, I can only imagine what they saw or had to
Right.
go through. You know what I mean? Like these kids. So like this isn't a spoiler or anything, but like, well, for the anime only, yes, but we get the feeling that these were science. Like, so this is brought up in the early part of the. Well, technically no, right? So this was brought up early in the anime, right, where doctors were experimenting on people with evolve.
Mm-hmm.
So even through that, these doctors were kind of doing the same thing, right? But they were doing this with younger kids with evolve, and again, I can't imagine.
I know. Must have been really bad, especially if MC forgot all her memories.
Yeah, it must
I know,
have been really
that's
bad to traumatize like a nearly
really
5-year-old child.
Yeah, really traumatic experience for her to just
wipe it from her memory or suppress it.
Yeah, suppress it so deep that she just can't remember before a certain age.
It's gonna hurt, man.
Man, and that screenshot of little baby Kiro, oh my god.
I know. So that means we're probably gonna see the teddy bear scene.
No, oh my god. So sweet baby.
Y'all ready to cry?
No, but I will.
That's gonna be what's gonna happen next week.
I already cry every Monday because of Fruits Basket. Now I have to cry every Wednesday too? Jesus.
At least for next week, you will.
At least for next week. But I also really enjoyed like that chapter or that part of the game with Kiro specifically because I like that it's like showing a different side of his personality because he's like all fun loving and shit like that, all sunshine, happy rainbows and whatever the fuck. But this is where it's like he gets really serious. And my god, serious Kiro is like the sexiest thing ever. It's just like I forgot you're like you can be like a man when you want to be Kiro. I appreciate that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a feeling we're getting other stuff of that nature with Kiro specifically, possibly in the future of the anime. Maybe, I don't know. I hope so. I won't say anything else because I don't want to spoil for the anime onlys who don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But everybody else who's played the game, you know what I'm talking about in terms of Kiro and his personality. And I'm hyped, man. I'm excited.
Me too.
It's been super good so far. Like I have had no problems.
Mappa has not let us down yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
it hasn't let us down. The anime is really good so far, and I'm hoping to keep it up.
But still, guys, if you want that English dub, just here's your weekly reminder. Tweet at Crunchyroll.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let it die off. I mean, with the amount of all the people I've been seeing saying that they've really enjoyed it so far, like, why would you not?
They have the money to do it.
Yeah, they do.
Totally do it. So fingers crossed.
Cross those fingers, guys. Super hard. Cross all your fingers and toes. Doubly so. Because every time I'm watching like the new episodes, I keep trying to imagine like what would that sound in English, and I'm like it would sound good.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine these scenes replayed out dubbed? Because I can, and it's amazing.
Me too. Me too.
Yes.
Like I can in my head, and it's great.
Mm-hmm. Me too. I can totally like hear all of this in English. I mean, clearly not word for word of the subtitles, but like I kind of, you already have like an idea of what it sounds like because you played the game. So like, I know what these parts are supposed to sound like within context of the story. So it's like it sounds really good in my head. Because I feel like we're so used to their voices now. It's like, oh, I know exactly how they would read that. Like, I know exactly the intonation and the way it's supposed to sound and, like, the tone and everything would sound with the English VAs. And it would sound so good.
I just want to hear Ben Diskin as Victor.
Me too. I just want to hear him say it's disgusting. And keep eating.
Oh, that's such a meme-worthy.
I know. Now I need to find a way to use that screenshot, like, as the answer to something.
I know. I finally used my Gavin meme with next week's episode. I'm like, I do not see.
See, but like, because even the parts in this episode where, like, where Victor's kind of being all like to the MC and Kiro being all like excited and stuff, I was like, I could hear it in English, damn it, in my head, and it sounded so good.
Right.
Just please let me have this Crunchyroll.
Please let us hear Ben Diskin call us an idiot. Please.
Say idiot like 500 times in the episode.
That's all I want in life. That's all.
I just want to hear Sean say Miss Chips like 500 times, okay? God, I almost like sneezed really bad. So what was your guys' favorite parts of the episode? Chat? Please let us know. While we're chilling. I'm sorry I didn't highlight this comment before. But it's what is your favorite anime from Legendary Anime JP fan? At the moment, I mean, of all time, that's like a hard question. My favorite anime changes every so often in terms of like what I'm watching now. But of all time, I always say Ouran High School Host Club. But as of right now, like what I'm watching right now, I'd say Fruits Basket. But let us know, chats, what were your favorite parts of the episode? Please answer.
If you want.
Yes, we'll highlight your comment. That's the answer to that question for me. What about you, Chantal? I mean,
Haikyuu.
No, is that your favorite anime of all time?
Yes. Just because since the manga concluded, I'm like, yeah.
Speaking of Haikyuu, I'm wearing my Asahi shirt today. Don't look how cute he is.
Old chibi Asahi.
He's so chibi. I forgot I had this shirt, and then I found it in my drawer, and I was like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm gonna wear this today. Yeah, I mean, like, because it depends on, like, if I'm watching something at the moment and I really enjoy it, that'll be, like, my current favorite.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, of all time, like, I always just say Ouran High School Host Club. Because that was, like, the first anime that, like, really got me back into anime.
Mm-hmm.
So it has a special place in my heart, and so does the manga. But for right now, Fruits Basket is, like, my current favorite. Mr. Love as well, but again, Fruits Basket has a special place in my heart. And as well as the manga. The whole episode. Fair enough. Favorite part of Victor continued to eat pudding even after saying it was disgusting. Me too. That was my favorite. My favorite part is Happy Kiro. So wholesome. Me too. Happy Kiro is best Kiro. But serious Kiro is also best. Kiro's just best Kiro all the time. He's the best.
He was so happy eating the pudding.
I know.
I
I
know,
screenshot like I took screenshots of like the process of him taking that bite of the pudding because he just looks so cute.
That's
his little
someone who
blush.
Loves food.
He
That
got
is
his
someone
little
who truly loves food.
I know. And I love him even more for that. His little blush when he like is eating the pudding, I was like, oh my god, this is like the cutest thing. By the way, Danny, if you want to answer this question, is what is your favorite anime?
Oh, I do not have a favorite anime.
You don't have a favorite?
I don't. So like the thing with me is that I find like the most random ass animes that you can think of. Like so recently, well, I wouldn't say my favorite, but I really like it because it's cute. I think it's like an old 2009 anime called Yumiero Patissier. Bless you.
Thank you. Oh, sorry.
It's literally about an anime about making sweets, and it's the cutest shit in the planet.
That sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's really
That sounds
cute.
like-
I like it.
That sounds like something Kiro would watch.
Exactly, but I don't. specifically have a favorite because I watch so many random animes. Like I just now got started watching My Next Life as the Villainess.
Oh, that was so good.
Like I've been hearing about it, so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot. So I'm watching it subbed first on Crunchyroll, then I'm gonna watch it dubbed.
It's got Chris Hackney on it.
I know.
That's all I know.
No, that's why I want to watch Tower of God dubbed. I haven't started watching that,
then
but I want to watch that
Griffin-
because my boy.
And then Griffin Palti's in that one too. I don't know if you heard of him, but he's the. If you guys ever watch Beastars, he's the voice of Louis.
Mm-hmm.
No, I only
No,
watched
he's in-
Beastars subbed
He's
because
the
I watched it when
English
it
voice
first.
actor.
I
Yeah,
watched it when it first got onto Netflix before the dub.
I actually watched it subtitled when it was on YouTube.
I really
Then it
liked the
magically-
sub version.
Then it magically came to Netflix. I got to watch it dubbed. But yeah, he's the English voice actor for Louis. So he's in that show too. A lot of good voice actors are on it, so I was like, I'm gonna give it a shot. Not that long ago, I managed to watch a Low on the Sea dubbed. I watched it sub first.
Mm.
It just depends. Like I don't. Again, I don't have a specific set anime. It's just
Yeah.
like I'll watch anything if it has like a good plot.
Me too. If it looks interesting or if it has people I like, I'll just like check it out. I don't tend to drop anything.
Yeah.
Because if it's bad, I'll just roast the rest of it when I finish it. That's what I did with Sword Art Online. I fucking hate that show. But I watched the first 2 seasons. Because they were on Netflix. And I wanted to die watching that, but I forced my brother to watch it with me too, a second time. At least the first season, I think. And then he was like, I can't do it. He didn't want to watch season 2. And I was like, you know what? Fair enough. Then I just told him what happened, and he was like, okay. But yeah, I don't usually drop stuff unless I think it's really terrible. But I don't think I've ever really dropped anything. Sometimes I stop watching something because there's just too many episodes.
Yeah.
So it's like I'll just finish it later. But I do want to watch Tower of God, the dubbed, because it has Chris Hackney in it, and you know I love Dimitri. So, I mean, that sounds nothing like Dimitri. It's just good, but I still really like his voice. Okay, my favorite part is when Victor just sat by himself at night and says the pudding is disgusting. But speaking of Dimitri, I like your icon of Byleth with an eye patch. That's cool. Another part was MC's flashback of Gavin and riding Spark. Yeah, that part was pretty funny too. It was a good. I liked the pacing of the episode. It wasn't too fast, but it wasn't too slow. They gave everybody enough screen time to warrant like screen time. Because even at the beginning, that's because it kind of left off at like the cliffhanger in the last episode, where it's like, "Oh, Lucian just moved in," and then you continue, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I didn't know you lived here. I just moved in yesterday. Guess we're neighbors now." And then he waves bye to MC. I thought that was cute.
I know, that was sweet, but
She's just like, bye. That was weird, but okay. But I definitely, when I was reading the subtitles, when Victor just kept saying idiot all the time, I was like, oh my god, like, I can't wait. Like, I really hope we get to hear this in English. I just want to hear him say this in that, like, you know, one note kind of voice. It'll be hilarious. Anyone else in chat got a favorite part that hasn't spoken yet? Thanks, I'm a fire on the fence. So are we. We two. We
That
three.
are.
I mean, we three. Byleth with an eye patch is pretty cool. Everyone should just get an eye patch. In Fire Emblem. I mean, that looks pretty cool, man.
Speaking, now you just told. So Sal, do you remember? Were you there when what Joe said about Dimitri?
Was that about the Gronder meat skewers? Or
No. So I don't. If you guys ever get the chance, please look at what Josie just put on his Twitter about Dimitri.
oh, okay, when he was like, I'm thirsty for Dimitri or something.
He said
He saw Dimitri and
he
he was
said
like, I date
he
him.
said I would date Dimitri. He's a pretty boy. I would introduce him to my parents. He has beautiful eyes. And then he said maybe not post time skip Dimitri. So then I responded. And I have over like 20 something likes on my response to his tweet. What the hell did I write?
I know what
Give me
I
a
wrote
sec.
when I saw him say that. I was like, wow. I was just like, wow.
Give me a sec so I can find what the fuck I wrote because a lot of people were liking it. It's pretty funny.
Yeah,
if I
go
do
for it.
say so myself. Where the fuck? Well, I'm scrolling my Twitter. Pardon me. I retweet so much shit. I said, not post time skip Dimitri? Oh, come on, Joe. He's still that sweet boy on the inside. You just gotta keep bugging him. Is it the eye patch? It's the eye patch, isn't it? I got 25 likes on that reply. Yeah, he's like, I date Dimitri. I would. I did. I married the motherfucker. And I would do it again. Mmm. Potato Chip Princess. I'm kind of confused because they have names for the English. Yeah, I don't know why. Because in the trailer, they said they used Miss Chips. But now they've just been using Potato Chip Princess, so I'm just kind of like,
I guess that might be because since you can actually hear that. when he says
Probably.
it, that way all the sub people will be like, why didn't you put it in the He-Man? Because you know that there will be some people out there like that that's really nitpicky about the subtitles.
Well, as a Kiro stan, I just prefer Miss Chips. It's faster. It's easier to say. And I think it's
I think
cuter.
it's still cute though. Yeah, I think it's
It is
still
cute.
though.
It is cute. It's very cute. But I like just being called Miss Chips. That's what MC stands for.
Oh, she's trying not to get pissed off at Victor when she's like getting told
And
she's
she's
an
like-
idiot.
She's like,
She's like, don't get mad. Don't get mad. No, don't get mad. And
I know.
He called her out on it too. He was like, if you got something to say, you should say. She's like, nope, I have nothing to say. Nope. I'm like, God.
that part where she was just like, chotomate. I was like, that's right, girl. Chotomate.
It's like you tell him in your head, MC. That
She was
way
like,
you won't get fired.
It's like, no. I'm not gonna. Like, don't get angry.
I like how she was like prep talking herself too. She was like, don't get pissed. Don't get pissed.
She did anyway. Kind of. Who is texting me and obey me right now? It's 11 at night. It might be Asmo. So they're talking about shopping. But that part was pretty funny too. MC's trying to like hype herself up, you know? Victor just keeps saying idiot over and over again.
That got me laughing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was watching that the whole time. I was like eating it. I was like, I kept laughing too. I was like, oh my god, fucking Victor, dude.
I love how she's like, wait a minute, what if he's part of Black Swan? And I'm like, girl,
I know. I like how she just straight up asked him, like, "Are you just trying to basically sabotage me?"
And Victor's just like staring her down, like, "No, you dumbass.
He's
You
like,
just ate me."
"Bitch, the fuck? No." He just wants you to not half-ass it. He wants you to work hard. He's basically trying to help you without helping you.
Yeah, Victor is literally the definition of tough love. He's not gonna sugarcoat shit for you.
That's for sure.
But there were some good screenshots of Victor in this episode. I took some good screenshots.
He's so pretty.
They made him very pretty. Which is why I want to hear Ben Diskin's voice come out of him. He's so pretty.
He might not be our favorite, but
he's kind of getting there. Not like past Kiro or anything, but oh god, sorry, microphone. But I truly, truly am appreciating him a lot more as the game is going on.
He's a good boy.
No,
He's working.
Victor's my second favorite at this point.
He's working his way up.
He's earned it after his actions in the game.
Because I guess you could say Victor is like more like the type of character that I like. More or less. And that's not the case. He's not my favorite in Mr. Love. But he's never going to surpass Kiro, that's for sure. But, he getting up there. It's being like almost equal. Like, I'm too into Kiro at this point to, like, just drop him. I could never do that. That's cruel.
I'm too invested in my 2D husband. Like, thank you.
It's too cruel. He won my goddamn husbando bracket. I can't drop him. He's too precious. And again, we're gonna see a more serious side of Kiro in the next episode, so I'm just like, y'all anime onlys have no idea the duality of Kiro's personality. And now he can just like turn it on and off.
Yeah, that kind of scored points with me when I got to that part of the game with Kiro. I was like, oh, you're not just a slacker. You know what I mean? Like, you actually there's something going on behind those really pretty blue eyes.
Right, he's not just like all happy and sweet and innocent or anything. Which I like when the innocent looking characters, it's like, no, you're not that innocent. You've either got a really serious side or a really kinky side. Come on now. Or both. It's always the happy-go-lucky ones. It's like, oh, you never really want to piss those people off because they'll probably kill you.
Probably.
And I think Kiro is capable. So don't mess with him.
Oh, well, we all know he is.
Don't mess with him or his stands. We will come after you. I'm just kidding. Just don't be mean. He is a good boy.
A good boy indeed.
I'm gonna mentally prepare myself for that episode. I'm gonna have to.
I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably reread that part of the game.
What chapter is that?
I got saved. Hold up.
You said it was chapter 8 earlier.
Let me double check and make. Yeah, chapter 8.
Okay, I gotta go back.
I guess I'm gonna have to. Maybe when I'm going to bed, I'll just reread all of that chapter. Anything else you guys in chat want to talk about regarding the episode or the series or whatever? mostly having to do with Mr. Love because we're discussing the third episode. But
I want to know how Victor makes that pudding. That's forever my question.
he uses a secret recipe, probably.
Dude, the way he handles that pudding, like the way he's like pouring it into the cup, I've never seen them do it that way before. And like the thing about that kind of pudding is that it's very particular. There can be like no cavities within the pudding because it'll mess up the flavor. Like Victor cooked that to like perfection. It had like a nice coloring to it. The caramel sauce on it was like good. It wasn't too burnt or anything like that. Making that kind of pudding is a process, and it is about precision and making sure you don't fuck it up.
That's why MCs sucked. She did it wrong.
It's a very temperature. It really is a very temperature oriented sweet.
It's like creme brulee. In terms of like the process, like it has to be specific temperature and stuff, not like actual creme brulee. It's like it's flan basically, but
yeah,
it reminds me every time I see pudding like that. It reminds me. Have you guys seen the Giga Pudding song? Has anyone in chat seen that? My brother and I used to annoy my brother with the Giga Pudding thing. Do you guys even know what I'm talking about?
Sadly, no.
Will I get a copyright strike if I share the Giga Pudding thing? Probably. Well, I will share a link to the video in the chat so you can watch it yourself. It's just a commercial for this Japanese pudding, but it's Giga Pudding song.
You're gonna have to send me the link because I'm curious.
I'm gonna post it in the chat, but I'll also send it to you guys. Like, whoops, wrong link.
Excuse me.
It's okay. I'm feeling sleepy too.
I'm so tired, you guys. I've not been able to sleep.
Give me a sec while I... Well, anyway, just type in Giga Pudding on YouTube. Giga Pudding song. I'll send you guys the link when the stream's over so you can watch it. But I used to annoy the shit out of my brother with that song. But every time I see pudding like that, I just hear the Giga Pudding thing in my head. But yeah. But overall, great episode.
It is.
I like where it's going. Again, I have no problem with the pacing. I have no problem with them condensing and like making things in the story happen a lot faster than they do in the game. Because again, we don't need all that filler stuff. I feel like that's just part of the game because it's like, well,
you're supposed to like build up. Attachment to these guys, right? So
you have more time to do it. You have more time to do it when you're playing the game.
Whereas in the anime, it's like, no, we're here for plot. Here's the main plot without you being like overly like attached to these guys romantically in the game. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Plus, again, you know, if you really want to get to know the characters and their personalities and fall in love with a certain boy, like play the game and do the dates.
Yes, do it. Join us in our hell that we have found ourselves in.
I'm still trying to get that fucking card.
Which one?
The newest Sekiro card in the English server.
I haven't even gotten that Gavin SP. I'm so pissed. The Wish Tree has done me dirty.
Chantal's gotten lucky though.
I know. I'm just like, Wish Tree, you betrayed me.
I know.
I think I got all my luck though on the wedding event, and I think that's what happened.
I love the anime end cards too. I think they're really nice.
They are.
That wizard one was cool.
Yeah, the new ones were actually cute.
I used the one from today's episode as our thumbnail for this video, this live stream. But that wizard one was cool. I liked that Kiro gets an owl. I love owls.
It's the little details, you know what I mean? It's the little details.
So if I was in the Harry Potter universe and I had to pick an animal to take to school with me, it would be an owl.
Someone made
my own Hedwig.
Someone made a Twitter thread over the flowers they're holding.
Ooh, with flower language.
Mm-hmm.
They're the same flowers in the wedding cards.
Kiro's holding 2 different flowers, the daisy and sunflowers.
The daisies and the sunflowers. Lucian
Then
is as well.
Yeah. His is the Chinese bellflower, and I forgot what the other one was.
And of course, Victor's fancy as shit, and he has all roses. Red roses, to be exact.
Chinese bellflowers, like, their meaning is pretty sad, so I was like, ugh. Of course.
Well, goddamn.
Sad fucking flower.
Who the fuck? Whose flower is the Chinese bellflower in A3? Is that Muku's flower? I believe
it is.
God, fuck. That just reminds me of A3, because each boy in that game has a flower motif.
Yeah.
Why they gotta give my sweet baby child that flower, man? I highly recommend A3, by the way. In chat, if you guys have another game you want to play, A3 is a really good one, and the anime is really good too. And we talked about it on our podcast. Season 1.
Pretty good summer.
Playing the game is worth it, all the love and craziness. I agree.
Agreed.
You get lots of fun times in the game for Mr. Love.
Mm-hmm.
Hilarious. Trying to unlock more dates. But it's just hard. But I really want that Kiro card, man. I need it. I like that SpongeBob meme.
Apparently, it was very spicy for MLQC, according to a friend of mine.
That card, yeah, I've seen the date. It was very good. It was so good. I just want it so it can be my name on the damn screen. It's a really good date. The other fun that Lucy is holding her white lilies. Oh, innocence. When I think of white lilies, I think of the Utsupri movie. And now everyone was like, why are they holding lilies? It's like innocence. Are they going to take my innocence away?
Probably.
Yep. And I'm like, hell yeah, man, they did. If I wasn't already not innocent, watching that part of the Utsupri movie definitely would have taken my innocence away. Also, we get the tiny house in September for the English server. So yes, I'm excited
they have
too.
Mentioned that, yes.
Birthday present for me.
Dude, I can't
My
wait till
birthday's in September.
I've been wanting that update since I saw it on the Korean server or the Chinese server, and it like looks super freaking cute.
It looks really cute.
I'm excited.
Oh, sorry, I keep yawning.
It's nighttime.
It's midnight.
It's all good. Yeah, it's 11:17 here, so it's pretty late. But I'm excited. It's gonna be a good birthday present for me. My birthday's in September. If you can't tell, people in chat. And my birthday is on a Wednesday this year. So that's great. Last year it was like on a Monday or something. sucked. But yes, if you're curious, if anyone's going to ask, before you ask, my birthday is September 16th. There, now you don't have to ask. My birthday's on Mexican Independence Day. So,
Nice.
there you go. That's a good way to remember. But I'm excited for this update because, like, I've been waiting for all these cool updates that the Chinese server already has.
I know, right? They have all the good shit, and I'm like, damn it.
They have all the cool stuff. And of course, we're gonna get that, like, you know, next year.
Yep.
But it's okay. We can wait. I don't mind being patient, you know?
Yeah.
As long as we get it, I don't really care how long it takes. Same thing with an English dub for the goddamn anime. I don't care how long it takes. Because, I mean, if it doesn't happen, like, eventually, like, within the year, it's gonna happen. I totally think so. I mean, because it's happened with other stuff before. I mean, we're barely getting the Persona 5 anime dubbed, like, in September on Blu-ray, which I pre-ordered. Holy shit. I mean, we've been waiting for that for, like, what, 2 years? And it happened, so. But I feel like that's also because people would stop saying, please dub it. So again,
time for sleepy.
it shows it works.
Yeah. It is time for sleepy.
Yeah, it's getting late, everybody. And I think we're done. I think we've said pretty much all we need to say about this week's episode.
Mm-hmm. I know for sure we're gonna have more to say for the next episode because oh shit.
Oh yeah. I probably will not stop talking next week.
It's okay.
But next week, we're gonna be doing a recording.
Yes.
For Chantal's channel, so just be on the lookout for that. It should probably be out like on Thursday. Friday at the latest, I assume.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that on Chantal's channel. Go sub if you already haven't. And then the week after next, we'll be back here to do another live stream to discuss with you guys in chat everything that happened. But I believe that's going to be it for tonight, guys. Thank you for joining us in the chat. Follow all three of us on Twitter because we always post stuff about Mr. Love and other games and anime we're watching and us being crazy friends, leveling up in our friendship.
I'm telling you, like you're.
We've leveled up quite a bit. We have like maxed our confidence at this point. I feel
It's true.
To pull from Persona once again, we've maxed our confidence. But thank you for joining again, Danny and Chantal, onto my channel.
Always a fun time.
Always a fun time. By the way, guys, we just posted our latest podcast episode. Like yesterday. It was yesterday, right? Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Okay. Yeah, we just posted our latest podcast episode, so please go check it out. We talked about Obey Me for this month. And next month, we're going to be talking about Season 3 of Miraculous, because that shit's finally out, and we can all watch it legally on Netflix. So be on the lookout for that. We'll be recording that, God knows when, next month sometime. I don't know. I need to rewatch Season 3.
Same.
But it's on Netflix. So you guys can go check it out. We talked about season 1 last year. So that's also on our podcast YouTube channel. Again, please subscribe if you already haven't, so you know when I go live here on the channel and when I post new videos, and same with the podcast channel. Again, links are in the description of this live stream. Thank you to everybody who's watching it afterward. Sorry again, it took us a little bit to start, but we're all good to go. So thank you guys in chat for your comments and your questions and everything. And we'll see you in a couple weeks from now on my channel. So we'll see you next week in the comments of Chantal's channel on our new video. So as always, guys, have fun, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video. So goodbye, stream.
Bye.
Goodbye, friends.
Bye.